buddy, and I'm going to do this quickly so we see the live chat. Reconnecting. Okay, hopefully that works. It says I'm live. I think I'm live. I feel alive. 2 of the Sagebrush. I have brought the Sagebrush sample with me, as you can see. And I'm actually going to push it back a little bit. There we go. And in my office space. And we're going to swing this ever so slightly that way. Beautiful. Sagebrush model. Last week, we delved into how to de-poof these sleeves. You can see in this beautiful chambray that is a bamboo cotton blend that it holds the gather really nicely, but it still drapes quite well. So I was trying to demonstrate last week without having the sample here. I had mentioned that this week we were going to talk about inserting something different into this seam, and I changed my mind because if we jump to converting this to a dress, it means that you can go ahead and cut what you are wanting to cut. So we're going to talk about that. Today is a very short lesson because it is very straightforward. I was talking to someone who was who purchased the pattern and was going to do this so long, and I'm like, you just do it. She's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, you just do it. You just make it into a dress. And it is sort of that simple. But to break it down, there are 2 different methods that you could use to turn this into a dress. Stop doing that, internet. It keeps cutting me off. In order to turn the Sagebrush into a shift dress, or I think they're also called sack dresses, here is my pattern piece. I still taped this together because I'm going to use it for fitting in a second. But all you would do is starting from here, and I would grade out a little bit more because you want some ease in that side. You don't want it to be, because this is a woven dress, you don't want it to be so tight to your body that when you're walking like this and you can't actually move. You want to be able to what you're going to do is grade this down and out a little bit more. You can pick a pattern that you know you like the length of and lay that down as a guide. So okay, I've got to, go to this point, pick a dress that you know you like the fit of and the length of, fold it in half, lay top, and use that as your guide. Make sure that you use a ruler, so wobbly, but it is that straightforward. Please let me know in the comments if that makes sense to everybody, or if you want a little bit of further. My internet's being funky tonight. I'm sorry if I keep cutting out for people or if I keep pausing. The second method of turning this into a dress is to turning it more into a dress like I'm wearing, which has a gathered skirt to it. I'll take my sweater off. So this is this is the Mia Sotis by Deer and Doe. It's got a button front, and you can see that the line is just below my bust line, and it's got a gathered attached skirt, ruffle on the bottom, pockets in the side, because of course it has pockets. I really do love this pattern. This is a plug for this pattern, I guess. One of my favorites, fits me very nicely. No alterations that I had to make, and very, very easy to wear. And for me, when I'm going to be hacking the Sagebrush into a dress that's going to be similar to this. Why do I give? Sorry, can everybody get off the internet, please? Thank you. I'm back. I've kicked the house off the internet. And hopefully that will solve the connection issue problems. They are taking up too much bandwidth. You take your tissue piece. You can lay it on yourself as your measurements, keeping in mind that you're going to lose 5/8 of an inch at this top, and you can mark it with a line. I'm just going to sort of eyeball it, and I can see where I want this dress to hit me is just about there, and that's going to give me room for my chest measurement as well. So just about that point. And what you would, this becomes your new cut line. And so this becomes, minus this becomes your new pattern piece. And that would be your bodice. You need to finish the dress, but you can try it on, make sure that it's hitting at the point where you want to hit it on. And then take a skirt pattern from a pattern that you know and love. I would really this a rectangle. You take a rectangle measurements. You want it to be larger than this piece, because you are going to becomes the bottom half. You can easily swap in other patterns from Friday Pattern Company. They're generally designers use a similar block when they are building patterns, so you know that the pieces sort of interact with each other well. I'm over here. Sorry, I should have grabbed this already and I didn't even think about it. The skirt from the Davenport would look really fantastic mashed up with the Sagebrush. You could also use the skirt. There's someone on the Friday Pattern blog who used the skirt from the Wilder gown. So it would be a longer skirt. But at the end of the day, the skirts are all really just rectangles. And for these patterns, and it's really easy to sub them in and swap one for the other. And that's the extent of what we're doing this week. Again, you can use this method for other patterns. For example, I've seen someone hack the cello where it's already a fairly short cropped shirt. They just stuck some squares of fabric as a skirt, and that was a skirt. And go, you can use, there's an online tool from By Hand London. I'll make sure to put that in the description for cutting a circle skirt. So you could add a circle skirt to this. It really is just a matter of sort of playing around with what you're doing, and then getting the results that you want. And like I said, if you're concerned about, is this actually gonna be where I want it to hit me? Do I want it a little bit lower? This is driving me bonkers. I'm sorry to the people that are watching. You could measure yourself and measure this piece to see as well, but I would strongly suggest grab an old bed sheet, make a muslin, make sure it's going to fit how you want it to fit, and then move forward with your good fabric. So next week, we'll be diving into the construction methods of how to put in something other than the ruffle, how to insert lace, and in our seams, and changing from this tie closure into a back button closure. Thanks for bearing with me and my internet problems, and we'll see everybody next Tuesday. Bye.